Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to Coding Hives. This is Resina with you. Today we are going to learn about tuples in Python. Tuples are similar to lists, but they are immutable. That means we can store a collection of data in tuples. The only difference is that the data we cannot be changed, like they are immutable, right? So we will go to create a tuple, right? So I'm giving a name my tuple. My tuple is equal to, also we need to use parenthesis to indicate that it is a tuple. Okay, so I'm giving some values like 1 2 3 4, right? So this is a tuple with the values 1 to 4. Okay, and the features we can say as tuples are ordered collection of items, like they have order. We can access using index. For example, print my tuple of 0. It will print the first element in the tuple. Okay, 1. So that is the meaning of ordered collection of item, that we can access the elements in the tuple using index. Okay, and the second point is they are immutable. That means we cannot change the values of a tuple. For example, I will show that my tuple of 1 is equal to, I am giving 100. Okay, then if I am running this thing, you can see the error, right? Like type error, like tuple object does not support item assignment. As it is immutable, we cannot change the value. Okay, so this will not work. Also, they allow duplicate values. For example, if I am giving here one more 1, it will work. There is no issue, it will work. And we can print the tuple also. Print or tuple, sorry, my tuple. So now we will run this. We got 1 2 3 4 1, and also note that we got it in a parenthesis. That means it is the tuple, right? So that is the way to create a tuple. And now I want to add something also. For example, I want to create a empty tuple, like we before we created a list with a empty list, right? Like same, like we can also create an empty tuple. For that, to do like this, empty tuple is equal to then parenthesis. And also there is one important thing you need to understand, that for example, I want to create a tuple with only one value, I mean only one element in the list. At that time, you will be thinking like that we will just do like this, but it is not allowed in the case of tuple. If you are giving something like this single tuple like that, it will assign this as a just as a expression only. It's like a variable only. So if you want a single tuple as a tuple, then you need to put a comma at the end. Okay, so then only it will be accepted as a tuple with the one element. Clear? Otherwise, if you are giving simply one, then it will consider as an expression. Clear? So that is the case. You need to be clear about a tuple containing only one element. Okay, so where this tuple is used, as we cannot change the data, that is the one thing, right? But for example, when we are creating a list, we are just creating something like this. Then we are able to do like for example, list of 0 is equal to 100. It will work, right? It will not show any error, right? There is no error come. So that is the difference between a list and a tuple. If someone is asking you what is the difference between list and a tuple, so the basic difference you can give is lists are mutable and tuples are immutable. Clear? So the real life examples of tuple we can say as when we are going to store some data which is not going to change, which need to be permanent, which need to store as permanent. In that case, we can use tuples. For example, I want to store coordinates, right? Coordinates of a place. In that case, I can use this tuple concept. For example, some value, I'm just giving some value. I don't know which place coordinate is this. I'm just giving something. For example, okay, this is giving something. Okay, so in this case, This is coordinate means, you know, I think longitude and latitude. I think you know that. So I'm just showing an example, a real life example where we can use this tuple thing. So here we can use this tuple where we need to store the data as a permanent thing. Okay. So there are some methods we can learn in tuples. As in list, we learned a lot of methods, right? As tuples are immutable, there are not that much methods we need to learn. We have some, still we have some methods that we can learn. The first method is count method. For example, you want to count this number, how many times occur in my tuple. For example, I want to do count of my tuple dot count of, I want to count number one. This is my tuple, right? So in my tuple, there are elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, right? So I want to count how many ones are there in my tuple. So I will try to print that. Print my tuple count. Okay, my tuple dot count of 1. That means it will count how many ones are there in my list. Okay, sorry, my tuple. So you can see that it is 2, right? So it is 2. Now if I'm giving some number which is not there, what will happen? It's showing 0. There is now no 99 in our list. So I think you got the idea, right? So what that is the one function which is using in tuple to find the number of occurrence of a number. Next, another one is there for calculating the index. I will show that also. My tuple dot index. For example, I want to find in which index 3 is storing. You know, index means this means the position it is storing, like 0, 1, 2, 3, like that, right? So third, the number 3 will be at third position, right? So if I'm going to print my tuple of index 3, it will come output as 2, right? Yeah, it will come output as 2. Or if I am giving index of 1, in this case you can see 1 is there in my tuple two places, right? In the 0th index and in the last 1, 2, 3, 4th index. So here in this case it will give the first occurrence of 1. So in this case it will output as 0. So run code, you can see that we got the output as 0. I think you got the idea of these functions, count and index. Count means it will give the number of occurrence of that corresponding number. Index will show the first occurrence of that specific first occurrence happens at which index it will show. Okay, so in this case it is first in occurrence is at 0th index, so that is why it is showing 0. Clear? So that's it about tuple. I hope you got an idea about what is meant by tuple and what how it is different from list and how we can use it in real life scenarios, right? So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.